Real Estate Insider, where America goes for funding. Appreciate all of you guys checking in, watching us tonight. It's last Thursday before the new year, so it's going to be 2024. New Year's Eve is Sunday, New Year's Day is Monday, so just coming to you guys live talking about real estate one more time for 2023 before we wrap up this year. It's really cold outside, but the markets are getting hotter than ever. It's a very hot opportunity right now for lending, for funding. A lot of great deals, a lot of great things happening. So, and that's what we're here to talk about tonight is some of the stuff that's changing for 2024, some of the new FHA and conventional loan programs that are coming out. Interest rates keep falling lower and lower, so it's kind of what we expected now that inflation is kind of gone, that the markets are picking back up, things are getting busier. We've seen a huge surge of loan demand, so we feel very confident that 2024 is going to be a stellar year. And so what we're going to be talking about tonight is the new FHA loan limits for 2024, the new conventional loan limits for 2024, some different loan programs that we have coming back for 2024. So remember, we're a direct nationwide lender. We do both commercial and residential funding. Call or text our office, 832-431-6331, guys. We do all different types of financing packages, FHA, VA, conventional, lines of credit, construction loans, ground-up construction for investor and primary residence, hard money, private lending, no-doc loans, commercial, industrial. So reach out to us. Don't forget to subscribe, like that bell, share this with all your friends, family. If you have any questions, list them down below. Don't be a stranger. Please reach out to us. Call or text. We're open 7 days a week for you. I don't know any other lender that's open 7 days a week for you except us, but so anyway, again, if you guys have questions, let us know down below. Like I said, I'm really excited for 2024. I think it's going to be a great year for real estate. I think home prices are going to kind of stabilize. Rates are going to go down. More people will be able to afford houses, and it's just going to be an abundance of opportunity. So we're really excited to go into 2024 with all these great things going on. With that said, talking about the FHA, so right now, the FHA loan limit, the average loan limit is $472,000. The high balance loan limit is like $900,000. So going into 2024, those loan limits are going to increase again. The new FHA loan limit is going to be $498,000 for most of the counties in America. So definitely want to applaud. Hey, Donald, good evening, brother. Thank you for checking us out. Definitely want to applaud the Federal Housing Administration for responding, boosting up those loan limits again to spur economic housing development. HUD has been very responsive the last decade in adapting to change in an ever dynamic real estate market in America. So those loan limits are rising again. Conventional is also going up too. So conventional is going up to $766,000 loan limit. That means that you can get a conventional loan up to $766,000. When I first started this business, the conventional loan limit was $200,000. So, hey, Kevin, good evening. Thank you, buddy, for watching. So it's a huge change, and so there's a lot of opportunity with that. So with, for example, like the FHA, we have FHA 0 down. We have FHA down payment assistance up to $25,000. You can get closing cost assistance aside from the down payment assistance, and you can use that for an FHA loan. Starting next year, we're going to be rolling out the down payment assistance for the conventional. So you could buy, a $766,000, $800,000 house with no money down and get down payment assistance. So that's what we're seeing right now. That's the opportunity, and you can get great rates. These are not ridiculous rates. These are standard conventional right now 7% rates, and we help people all the time to get these loans. And a lot of people that watch the channel, we've gotten them a loan, and they're very excited and happy and pleased that we were able to serve them. So that's kind of the deal. And like I said, I think there's a few things that with the conventional loan that's really powerful. We have a combo loan that we offer that you can use with the conventional loan that you can purchase up to a $1.3 million house with only 5% down. So you can use a first mortgage, conventional 766, and then a combo second mortgage behind it for 500,000. You can buy, a mansion, basically, in some parts of the world, not everywhere, but up to 1.3 million with only 5% down. So, yeah. So, it's just, I think there's a lot of positive, and I think, there was a lot of bad press, a lot of bad media saying recession, depression, world's going to crash, that type of thing. And I don't really see that. I think that, we've made it through this time, and, inflation's behind us, and we're going to have a stair step down with interest rates, and things will improve. That's my hope. Obviously, I don't know for sure. Nobody knows for sure. This is what I'm betting. I'm not promising that rates are going to go down significantly next year, but that's what we're expecting. That's what we're seeing. And especially, it's an election year. That's another indicator that probably, interest rates are going to go down. They normally do in an election year historically. That doesn't mean it's going to happen 100%, but you just never know, right? So I am excited about that. And then, like I said, starting next year, we're going to have the conventional down payment assistance program that we're going to be rolling out. Hey, Jonathan, have you had people get approved with a repo? Yes, all the time. In fact, we had one today that had a repo. A veteran it was a VA loan that got approved. It happens all the time. There's a lot of, it just depends on the situation. How old was the repo? What's happened since then? Where's your credit at today? What's your assets? What's your debt ratio? Why did you have the repo? My customer today, they had a repo because they co-signed for their daughter, and their daughter stopped making the payment. So, and underwriter understood that and was able to approve the loan. So it just depends on the situation. It has to make sense, right? If it's like, nah, I just don't feel like making the payment anymore, then you're not going to be able to get a home loan because no one's going to trust you that you can pay the bills. But if it was a serious thing, medical, job loss, whatever. Oh yeah, you're fine, man. From 3 years ago, you should be fine. It just depends. We got to look and see what type of loan that you're trying to do, and then I can advise you what we can do. But you should be okay. I wouldn't worry about it. Another thing I see is a lot of people are very, very, and I get it because I guess, I've been doing this for a long time, but a lot of people are really, really worried about getting approved for a loan, and they think it's really hard. I guess, and I know that a lot of people that say that, it's because they got a bad taste in their mouth dealing with the wrong lender that kind of screwed them around for a long time and couldn't get the deal done. So they feel like, just kind of, gun shy because they think that they can't get approved and they have bad memories or, bad feelings about getting approved for the loan. So the thing is that it's not hard to do it. You have to be working with the right people and expert and trust them, and follow the process. The biggest thing is just following their lead, right? If you're a coach and you have a team, you look at any of these great coaches, the team follows the coach and they lead them to victory. In football, they lead them to the end zone, that type of thing. And that's the whole thing about having a great lender, just like you have a great doctor, great attorney, great therapist, or whatever. You want to have great people in your life that can help you to get there, to make it happen. So, but yeah, anyway, so another thing, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit about veteran loans, VA. If anyone watching the channel, What is the new performance fee? Tell me what that is, and then what you mean by that, because you might be using a different word than a different acronym than what I'm used to. Quick Pro. Hey Kenny, good evening. Yes, Quick Pro property management. You can do second mortgages on investment property, primary. But what is it, Justice? When you say tell me what was the 10,000 for? So I need to know what it is so I can explain it. So yeah, there are second mortgages that you can do. You can do HELOCs or mortgages, and we offer them. Yeah, you can do bank. You can do a bank statement. Now, bank statement, no doc second mortgages that's only for a second mortgage. That's not for a HELOC. HELOCs have to be full documentation, and you can do it on a primary, a secondary, or investment property. 10, 20 year amortizations. So the draw period's 10 years, and you could do 15 or 20 year amortizations. So if that answers your question. And then I think there was another question somebody asked me. You might need to throw that back up there so I can see it. Oh, Don. Are there any loans, business loans on investment property? Yes. You can usually go up to 80%. I mean, it depends, up to 80% of the value. Sometimes 75. It all depends, though. I mean, there's so many variables that go into it. You know, that's the maximum. So it just goes down from there. It doesn't go up from there. It's all predicated off of credit, the income coming in on the property, location of the property. If the property's in a rural area, it'll go down to could go down to 60 or 50%. If you got bad credit, it's going to go down to 50 or 60%. You know, when I'm talking about 75, 80%, that's a pristine deal. So I think it just depends. I think, Justice, you were going to ask extend on your question so I could answer it. I want to make sure that you said something about 10,000, so I want to make sure that I'm answering that correctly. Is it a $10,000 closing cost, or is it a performance fee by the lender, or what is it that you're asking about? And while he's putting that together, I want to talk about VA loans, because we specialize. We're a direct lender for the VA. Oh, thank you, Mr. Clytus. I appreciate that. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet you and due to the large loan amount and time. Oh, expense deposit, yes. So, yeah, yes, VA is very powerful. Let me explain the expense deposit. Yes. When you're engaging with commercial lenders, obviously there's an exorbitant amount of time involved to put the deal together, from the legal, the lender, the originator, the loan officer assistant, the processor. Yeah. So you have to put up money for all of the due diligence, the appraisal, the inspections, to tie up it's just like if you hire an attorney, you have to put a retainer. When you engage with the lender and they approve the loan, they put that into play in 2023, where you have to put up an expense deposit. No, that's okay. It's just because, they're working on it, and the people that are working on it, they want to make sure that that their time is being used towards, that they're not working for free. Nobody wants to work for free. And in fact, nobody really can afford to work for free. So the attorney's not going to touch your file unless they get the expense deposit. The originator, yes, we're talking about commercial loans. right now. It's way different. We're talking about a way to, this is not for, it's like if you go hire an attorney, there's no attorney's going to touch your case unless you give them money. It's not a scam. It's just you got to pay them, man. Those people are working, and obviously the money that you're going to give them is way less valuable than the property. Okay, like if you pay an attorney $10,000, you pay a lender $10,000. You're not doing that to make less money. You're doing that to make more money. That's the whole logic behind it. But you need to pay those people to work on it. Yeah. So, and I think your deal's probably a really expensive deal too. So if it's an expensive deal, it's just the people want to get paid to work on it, and obviously that gets applied toward your closing. Like a commercial appraisal costs at least $4,000. So that's just how it works. So anyway, I hope that answers your question. Now, obviously, with residential, it's different. Residential properties are different situations. Commercial, usually way more expensive, way more stuff. Is it possible? Yes, you can get an FHA loan. Kenny Wilson, is it possible to get an FHA loan? Absolutely, it's possible. We specialize in FHA. We go down to a 500 credit score. Thank you, Mr. Justice. I appreciate all your support and all your help, man. I wish you a great 2024. I hope that you accumulate a lot of real estate assets and you grow and that you're successful, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep pushing. That's all you can really do is, just keep hustling the best that you can to make it happen. And just try to build that mailbox money. I've seen I have some of my clients, a lot of my clients are first-time, investors, and some of them have huge, massive portfolios, and they make millions of dollars, and they all started with one property. Yeah. But you got to have a goal, you got to have a plan, you got to commit to it, and you got to, go after it. Like your life depends on it, because it actually does. So, and it's a lot of work. That's the thing. Anyone that accomplished anything, they put in a lot of work, or they had somebody doing the work for them. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Yes, we do fix and flips too. We can go up to 90% loan to value on fix and flips. That means that you put 10% down, we'll give you 90%. The interest rates on those are starting at about 12%. And then you can get 100% cash back for the rehab. Jonathan, what are the requirements to qualify for FHA down payment assistance? You have to have at least a 620 credit score. It's full documentation. 2 years of income verification, maximum debt ratio 50%. Can be for single family, duplex, condo, or double wide manufactured. So yeah, it's pretty basic. And you can get up to $25,000 for down payment and closing cost assistance. And we offer that nationwide, except for New York. We don't offer that program in New York, but we offer it in all the other states. So, I think I missed somebody's question. I'm sorry if I did. I don't. Okay, answered Kenny's. Answered Justice's. VA. Yeah, VA. We go down to a 500 credit score. Purchases, refinances. VA is an awesome program. It's 100% financing, no PMI, no income restrictions, no location restrictions, no loan limit. You can buy a multi-million-dollar property if you're a veteran. So it's a phenomenal opportunity. It's really a no-brainer, honestly, because think about it, you can make as much money as you want. You can buy anywhere you want. You don't have to have the best of credit. Thank you, Kenny. You can reach out to us at 832-431-6331. Call or text us. Okay? So call or text our office, and then we can discuss it with you to figure it out. This is what I'll say, that we are human and we're not perfect. We do make mistakes, but we're going to try as hard as we can to figure out how to get you, funded, and work on putting your deal together for you. And what I mean by that is like, answering your questions, responding to your text, responding to your email, coming up with solutions. A lot of people in this business don't do that. If you don't fit the box, ABC, your loan's denied. And we just, we have a different belief. We try to, now, obviously we don't approve everybody, and I'm not trying to say we approve everybody because we don't, but we try to. If the situation makes sense. Things got to make sense. Like FHA, you got to have enough income to pay the loan. It's a very simple thing. You want a $500,000 house, you got to be making at least $100,000 a year to pay that. You can't buy a $500,000 house if you're making $50,000 a year. The numbers don't add up. It's just, and those aren't my rules. There's rules for loans, and you got to follow those rules. So it's all got to make sense. And that's what we do, is just common sense lending. If the deal makes sense, then we can most likely figure it out. The stuff that doesn't make sense, like, I'll give you an example. We had a customer that wanted to buy a rental property, and they wanted to put 10% down. And with 10% down, it was a $770,000 property. The payment was like $6,100 a month, but his rental income was only $4,700. So, okay, obviously that situation doesn't make sense, because if his payment's $6,100 but he's only collecting $4,700, he's negative cash flow $1,400 a month. No lender is going to approve that deal because he's upside down. You have negative cash flow. So that does not make sense. Now, he had to put more money down to where the loan payment was equal to the rent, or you can raise the rent to equal the loan payment. But, there's common sense things like that where, so, it's just, there's little, it's just how it is. I mean, you gotta, and I know it goes into the details of loans and trying to figure things out. So, but yeah, I mean, anyway, I'm excited for 2024. I wish all of you a very prosperous year. Maybe this weekend you guys can have a chance to reflect back on the year, look at your goals, look at what you want to do, work on coming up with plans, going after your dreams, doing whatever you can to make it happen. So I appreciate all of you guys watching the channel. Share this with friends, family, colleagues, co-workers. Don't forget to subscribe, like the bell, all that stuff to grow. We need to grow as much as we can to help more people spread the word. The whole thing, what we preach is, being the real deal, legit, and delivering with the results to get it done. And that's my word. So. No smoke and mirrors, no BS, just, focus on results. So with that said, I wish you guys a great evening. Take care of your friends, your family, your loved ones. I appreciate all of you guys watching the channel. Watch our other stuff on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff. Call or text us if you need help with anything, 832-431-6331. Take care. Happy New Year, everyone. We'll see you next year. God bless.